after 6. And what is happening at the Union Buildings will not only warm your heart, but it can actually physically warm you in terms of literal sense, your body. Leanne will tell us a bit more about what's happening there. Leanne, good morning to you. What can you tell us?
Ayanda, a very, very good morning to you from the Union Buildings here, and a very different looking Union Buildings, I have to tell you. Normally when you come to the Union Buildings, it's just lots of beautiful grass and stunning flowers, and of course this iconic Mandela statue that was erected right behind me over there. But now, if you look around, there are blankets everywhere. I didn't think it was actually going to happen, but it is happening, and it is happening in an amazing way. This has been happening since yesterday. Everybody's been working tirelessly overnight to ensure that this world record is broken here in South Africa at the Union Buildings, and all for an unbelievable cause. So the lady, the brains behind it all, is Carolyn Steyn. She is here. Carolyn, I don't know. I wasn't sure that you were going to pull this off, but I arrived here this morning, and I have to tell you, in a big rush, because I you know, this is just life. But I mean, look at this.
I know, isn't this just phenomenal? We did it. South Africa did it. This is our Goodwill Cup. South Africa has done us proud. Wow. And you know, especially at this time in our country with so much mayhem going on, this is really showing that the majority of people really want to bind together. And with 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day, we are binding together through bright, colourful thread. Leanne,
it's amazing. Oh. Isn't it the most? You must feel exceptionally emotional. I mean, to look around and to actually see that this all started as a little pet project. I mean, you were sitting around. You've told me the story 1,000 times with Zelda, and you know, you thought you'd knit a few blankets, but 21,000 blankets.
Isn't that amazing? You know, we weren't 100% sure if it was 21,000 blankets. So the Guinness Book of Records came out yesterday, and they're here today with us, and we know for sure that by stitching all the blankets together, which I think is quite symbolic of what we're doing as a country, and make the biggest blanket in the world, that's how we're going to really, for sure, beat the world record.
Yeah, so we've got the lady here. She's busy monitoring
She's monitoring everything. We've got quantity surveyors coming out to measure. I don't know how they do that. But, you know, what we're going to do is that all the blankets down here, and as far as the eye can see in that direction, we're going to actually pull over and extend the blanket, cross that pathway, and have, I think, probably 4 or 5 times the biggest blanket in the world that's currently on record.
Wow. All in aid of what? I mean, what happens to all these blankets?
Well, Airlink, Stutterford Van Lines, SABC have been so amazing in their support of 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day. SABC did the schools drive, and I see the JP girls here. You know, they made 408 blankets. And by Mandela Day, amazing. They will, I'm sure. And a lot of schools, I mean, the schools are really rising to the challenge. Yeah. And then the blankets go back with Stutterford Van Lines and Airlink to the places of origin around South Africa in time for distribution when the winter hits us.
Yeah. Well, I think this is one of the most amazing initiatives, and you talk about xenophobia, because I have no doubt that, and there's been so many calls for blankets, for food, for anything that you can give to them. Will some of these blankets go to those displaced individuals?
Absolutely. In actual fact, I spoke to Yusuf Abramji yesterday. I'll be going with Yusuf to those areas where there's real need, people who are victims of xenophobic violence. So our first port of call, I think, will be tonight.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I did have a present for you. I gave my car keys to somebody, and I don't know who I gave them to. So it's a guy. He was with the minister, and they quickly ran off. Hopefully he's going to come back. I have 2 full bags of blankets to give to you, and you know what, it wasn't because I asked anybody on Twitter, it wasn't that I asked anybody that follows me. I asked my friends, I asked my family, and I asked myself and the ladies who work for me to please knit and get some squares, and I managed to get quite a few blankets for you. So I want to add to this.
I am so proud of you, Leanne, and with your blankets we certainly will beat the World Cup. I'm sure we will. The World Cup, the world record, the Guinness Book of Records.
Listen, we're going to We're going to get the World Cup as well. Don't you worry about it. We're going to get everything.
Yes.
Carolyn, well done. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You did amazingly.
And congratulations, South Africa. This is the good World Cup.
It is. I suppose this is the way we need to wake up on a morning like this. It's been a tough weekend. The morale is low in South Africa, but I think an initiative like this can lift our spirits and make us feel really good. That was Carolyn Steyn, the founder of 67 Blankets, breaking the Guinness World Book of Records today. All right, let's go back to the Johannesburg studio. I know that Valen's got our sports